Hey my little maw friends, welcome to Devouring Swarm. Thanks for tuning in. So I just had one quick comment that Macbeth made about maybe having a slave world. So that is a very, very good idea. And by that I mean all of these colonies that I have out here, like Sildoria. Wow, so creative. Instead of investing influence to make sure that the worlds are more stable, I could just forcibly relocate all of those, let's call them people, and relocate them to a world that is already well established. So I'm going to do just that. Fadima is already my agri world, so I might as well just forcibly relocate all the Sildorians there.
Nest structure ruined.
And abandon Sildoria altogether. Boom, it is gone. Same with Laval, whatever this is called. We will do just that. I just ran out of energy credits to move them, so I'm going to sell off some of my minerals, and we'll just keep shoving these unwanted populations
Nest structure ruined.
into... Oh, we just sent them all to Swarming Maw. Oops. Okay, let me fix that. Fadima Prime is where they're supposed to be going. Okay, now fixed. What about this world? You, same deal. Going to Fadima Prime. So Fadima Prime is going to be one really utterly messy world here. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. And this allows us to not use influence in order to evacuate all worlds. It does, however, use energy credits, quite a lot of them. Not ideal, but cheaper, maybe, in the long run. Okay. We have a lot of population to resettle. But,
structure ruined.
oops, I also moved someone the wrong way. Okay, so now our worlds have gone down. Now the joy of this is our Empire Sprawl likewise drops considerably, which is useful in allowing us to tech up a little bit faster. And then Fadima here has an enormous population, which allows us, if we so choose, to expand a lot of buildings here, but we don't really need more buildings. All we really need is security. So we want sentinel posts, and here I'm gonna deploy hunter killer drones pretty soon as well, because we're gonna need to increase the stability of that world. So back on task here, we are jumping around to conquer some worlds. We took the fight to Valdari Reavers, and they're taking the fight back to me. As you can see, I'm losing territory in the north. I'm okay with losing a little bit of territory, but I obviously don't want them to, you know, take all of it. I'll put it that way. And I'm going to queue up some jump orders here so that I can ignore that fleet for a bit. Yeah, they're already traveling back to Kornagi, so it looks like they didn't really want to pick the fight. Anyway, so we just populated Burana Prime. That was a large world that we recently terraformed, and at this point, I'm probably just going to cherry pick large worlds for now, and leave some of the smaller worlds to be colonized later.
Technology conceived.
Antimatter reactor, nice. Let's get better sensors. Sensor tech sounds boring, but it actually increases the accuracy of your weapons. The Zapadrogon are dead. That was actually not even my doing. That was the doing of the Valdari Reavers. They took over Trappist and Zedran. So looking at their fleet, they have a 2.8k fleet, and I have a 3.8k fleet. So if we go head-to-head, I'm going to lose the ships I want to lose. Now, the reason I want to lose ships is this design is really outdated, and I really don't want to bring it up to spec. I just want to have them have a glorious, explosive death. And yes. Okay, so Fedima Prime, here we are. Let's go ahead and deploy hunter-killer drones, and then also make the hunter-killer drone job prioritized. We're also going to want to change the governor over to governor that is anti-crime. Trying to lower crime as much as we can. Now, this is going to be the first time I have surveyable worlds, which is pretty cool. Okay, what science do I have in the pipe? I've got... Okay, I'm not going to wait 48 months or 43 months for that tech. I'm going to start designing a new Corvette now. So let's go ahead and roll one out. We're going to have actually afterburners. Let's go with the evade as much as we can. And evasion computer. Highest tech, everything else we can have, and Urgelator is what it's going to be called. All right. Let's get some Urgelators out. They are Corvette classed. Nope. Hello.
Technology conceived.
Holy Guardians. And now I'm rolling a bunch of them out. We can get Confluence of Thought. I've wanted that for a while now. I think we just introduced ourselves to the other Guardians, yeah. So here's the other Guardians, they're Holy Guardians. That means that I gotta be cautious not to settle any Holy Worlds around their territory or they get pissy. But now I understand what stopped the Reavers. This Holy Guardian territory brought them to a halt. I'm turning on detailed map mode just so that I can see the resources of the worlds I'm capturing, because these worlds are new to me.
Enemy war drones invade our nest.
Oh, they just took Podrog. Oh, that's going to be a problem for you. I'm coming for you now. Fen Habanis Prime has somewhat of an overpopulation, or a lack of amenities problem. Most of that is because I don't have the population there that I need. So what I'm going to do is move Swarming Maw to Fen. And we will send some maintenance drones. And that will solve their issues. That's already squared away. Alright, so their fleet is getting aggressive with me. Now I'm rolling out a new fleet here. I guess I'll have 2 admirals. But my old fleet, I want to do as much damage as I can, so I'm going to start moving towards them. Now, I do have Gargantua as a station between me and them. And I'm going to upgrade Gargantua to be a tougher station. I'm not going to turn it into a bastion, but I am going to upgrade it so it's a little bit tougher, so it doesn't roll over as easy. And I have a lot of alloys, thanks to Fen Habanis, so I will just keep cranking out the mini ships, spamming them to hell. Sounds good to me. Okay, a new tradition is unlocked. Domination, I have no interest in. Habitability, let's see. Starbase, admin capacity would be nice. Growth speed. Expansion is probably the best for a swarmer. I'm going to think of this as kind of a role play. So it might not be the most profitable, but as a swarm, it makes the most sense. Wow, looking at my energy credits, oof, real low. Part of that is because I am funding a new fleet.
Our construction is complete.
And here's their fleet is at Gargantua. They're going to definitely take out my starport here. Because my fleet is definitely not destroying starport worthy. But my other fleet is all set to go. I'm going to have them start to roll out against their primary fleet. I'm already twice the fleet strength as they are. And it's only going to be growing as I add to it. So, although it looks like I'm losing this war, it's only because I was out of position. And really soon that will be fully rectified. So, these Reavers are about to get beaten down considerably, is what I'm trying to say. And I have my fleet on the move, and I have all of the additional ships that I'm constructing merging into the Ulog or Uglog fleet. Looks to me like some of these worlds have a lack of jobs. Wow, actually, I guess we'll have to do some mining there. We have a lack of jobs here too. I'm gonna actually just relocate them to Fen. So both the unemployed are now on Fen. Fen has
Our construction is complete.
the giant foundries, so plenty of room there. Okay, my fleet is fully underway now. At this point, I would say I have enough fleets that the stupid marauders that keep messing with me, I'm gonna punch back. So if I get some marauder demands, I will not give in. Doing a quick checkup on some of these other worlds. So Fatima has a 78 undesirables there. That is how many food people we have. Let's go with ecological adaptation might be nice, but I'm going to go with admin capacity. As high as I can get my admin capacity, the better our traditions and science will progress.
Hostile swarm engaged.
So here is Trappist, which is a inhabited world by these Reavers. I don't think this isn't their home world. This was, no, maybe it is. Maybe it is their home world.
Hostile swarm.
But yeah, one of their fleets is getting pissed that I'm pushing up against their home world and against Gargantua, which I captured, or which they captured. But they're going to lose it. There's really no way they're going to hold on to this, because I have a much, much, much bigger fleet. In fact, I'll prove it. If we take a look at one of their worlds, they are fleet power pathetic compared to me. That is how much stronger my fleet got by rolling out these new corvettes. These enemies are now considered pathetic.
Hostile swarm.
So I did have a request to focus a little bit more on the fleet battles, so let's go and watch this one. I'll watch it in normal speed. And as you can see, although we're similar colors, I absolutely just swarm them. And they're about to send another fleet to me, so we'll watch another fight. I'm actually going to go, I'm not even going to wait, I'm going to go attack their fleet. You know what, I'm going to camp. The moment they warp in, I'm going to be waiting. Are they coming? Yeah, they're coming. They're just slow. It's easy to forget that I've heavily invested in tech that allows me to move around faster. So the army that is defending Jurg, whatever this is called, is teeny. So I'm just going to immediately invade. No need to wait. And I can see into their territory because I have decent sensors. So here they come. They're about to show up.
Technology conceived.
And before they do, let's get Durasteel armor. Heck yeah. All right, here we go. So it's 44 corvettes versus 26 and 7 destroyers.
Nest structure ruined.
I haven't even lost a corvette yet. Okay, there we go. No, actually I gained some because other fleets merged in. And they are dead. And now this is just their army. Their army is transport ships that are defenseless. They can try to warp out and escape, but it's not working out so well for them. They got smashed. I mean, smashed. My army took over Jurg, whatever it's called, and now we're going to move against...
Construction is complete.
Ooh, now this is a good point. I was going to move against Zedran here, which is their last populated world, but the issue with that is, as soon as I get Zedran, their whole empire will collapse, and I'll have to recapture it using influence, which is a big no thank you. So I am instead going to just start capturing all their territory, so I don't have to spend my own influence to reclaim it at any point. All right, so we lost one corvette and they lost everything. I would have to say definitively that they really shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have fought me. I think I declared war on them though, so to be fair, it's not exactly their fault. All right, let's turn off detailed map mode. It's more information than we probably want. And now we have two different fleets that can capture territory. And this fleet is going to be 50 corvettes. Sounds pretty nice. And this fleet I'm going to have just be scuttled eventually. So they're going to... This fleet is just going to start capturing this territory here. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably disable Zedran. I'm going to do that first. I'm not going to invade it. But I will cripple it to a point where it can't pose a threat to me anymore. Now that we captured Jurg, let's go ahead and resettle to Fedima Prime, the agro world. And these prompts are just saying, because of the lack of population, certain structures are being destroyed. I don't care. I'm not keeping the world. Okay. So the stability is high, but the deviancy is really high here. Mostly because it's a giant slave world. I'm trying to think of a way. I think I can just add a bunch of strongholds and keep them from rebelling. Ooh, my homeworld had a ruined energy grid. Or not homeworld. Yeah, actually my homeworld. Because I moved too many people away. I'll fix that. So now I'm just going to be territory hopping to recapture stuff that I lost. And I can speed time back up now that I've had my fleet battles. And some of their star bases I've captured, I'm just gonna throw away. I don't need them. Now, unlike some other 4X games, once you're in combat, there's really nothing for you to do. You design your ships to sort of automate a lot of that stuff, and then once they enter combat, it's just auto combat, kind of like Civ, a bit. Which is why I don't usually watch my own fleet battles, because there's nothing to do. There's no changing the fleet at all, unless you decide to retreat. I'm going to spend the research to get fortresses, because that will help keep my food colony world a little bit more secure. And I'm going to spend the alloys that I have, because I only have a limited amount of storage for alloys, upgrading all of my star ports to star holds. So now I have conquered their homeworld's station here, which was their primary shipyard, I'm assuming, which lowers the amount of ships that they'll be able to field against me. And now I'm just gonna start land grabbing as fast as I can, just to put them out of commission. And none of their fleets are even strong enough to take out Gargantua.
Our construction is complete.
We also just colonized Barana here. So I'm going to assign a ruler. Yeah, all of our worlds have governors now. I could definitely go for... Let's sell off some food and buy some minerals. Wow, that's a lot of minerals. This allows me to upgrade some of the buildings that I have in place. My Corvette fleet. The beauty of Corvettes is they're also really fast. I'm also going to be conquering Chort here, which allows me to get some science again. So Fadima doesn't really have any science stations, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my Fadima scientist to go do this anomaly here that has been sitting around for a long time.
Our hive is under attack.
It says my hive's under attack. Is that... No, it's not really true. So we got the fortresses. Let's get military academies. Oh, there's 3 worlds on this system. Trappist is usually like that, actually, now that I think about it. Medkarash. Oh, because there's a fleet at Gargantua. Actually, that's not a fleet I should ignore. That's a pretty decent-sized fleet. So they're actually going to capture Gargantua there. I'm going to have my scientist hang out at Evatrip for a minute while my fleet... Alright, they're fully repaired. Now, this fleet is going to move towards Gargantua. Let's get rid of their starport. Leaving these 2 stations intact is probably a good idea. I'm going to change these over to resource silos, though. But because I'm capturing this territory, it's going to border Cathatic, Irenic Grand Duchy or whatever. So I definitely going to want some stations between me and this duchy. All right. So as I sort of assumed, they did grab Gargantua. It's fine. I easily can get it back. And we're doing a mass land grab.
Our construction is complete.
And changing the previous stations over. I don't need crew gestation chambers because it has a energy credit upkeep, and I'm not going to station my fleets there, like, ever, so I might as well move on.
Our construction is complete. Technology conceived.
A little bit more tech. Let's get more work out of our jobs. And then check back on our Fedima Prime. I'm going to go cancel some of these strongholds. But as you can see, deviancy is lowering because of some of the buildings I've been constructing. I'll deal with the anomalies like amoebas after this war. I'm not going to spend resources to mid-war to fix any of that. Or to conquer any of that, I should say. Not so much fix. And we caught up to their fleet. So this is not an even fight either, but I'll watch this one as well if you're interested. This is my older fleet, keep in mind. Still very, very capable of destroying them. But this is the one we want phased out eventually. And I think that was their last fleet that exists, so we are just about done with conquering that their whole empire. So they don't even have the capacity to make ships anymore, I don't think. What to research here? I'll research disruptors. Maybe I end up making a few disruptor ships. We'll finally get that anomaly once and for all.
Our construction is complete. Our construction is complete.
A lot of my anchorage stations are getting upgraded, so I'm going to build modules there and buildings. So I'm building 2 more anchorages and resource silos, because you can't have double naval logistics offices. On this one, because it's around a black hole, I'm going to build a black hole observatory instead. That will yield some physics. Alright, looking good. I have now recaptured everything I lost. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and destroy all of the destroyers I had. Just scuttle them. And then actually upgrade these corvettes to the ones I like. I'll spend the resources. It's unlikely they'll manage to get that whole fleet destroyed. Oh, so if I turn on map mode again, you can see there's exotic gases untapped here. That's very good to know. Meaning I'm going to send my construction ship to go mine that once we capture it. And then there's also moats at Ilya here. There's some sort of submerged cruiser at Burana. So I can... yeah, let's dedicate some physics research to that. Why not? That's a nice, cool anomaly that I didn't even discover. It just sort of happened. Some of the planets that you inhabit can have sort of events like that happen, which is cool. At Short and Vohal, we're upgrading to bastions. I'm investing on border security. All right, let's do a quick check back on my planets. We need housing at Swarming Ma. Unar is going to be okay for a little bit. We're just about out of jobs here. What we really need to do is to... let's see. We could do a mineral purification plant because we have 2 mines there. Fen is decent. Fedima still has some crime problems. And we're lacking the necessary moats to upgrade these to fortresses. And because I'm a hive mind, I don't think I can buy these moats. Yeah, I can't buy them because I don't have access to the galactic market. So I have to either manufacture them or mine them. So Tem and Ilya
We have assimilated knowledge.
have moats that I can tap. So we will absolutely tap those quick. Here's the anomaly that I had hanging over my head for a long time. We're finally researching it. It was out of my territory for a long time, so it wasn't really my fault. And just we're also using their shipyard to upgrade our own fleet, which is pretty brutal. Using their own station to make me stronger. Kind of kick to the nuts, I think.
Our swarm is strengthened.
Alright, so my old fleet is now upgraded and much stronger. And what I'm going to do with this is destroy all of their civilian ships. Why not? We just captured Chara. Okay, our fleet's already fully repaired. So let's get rid of the starport and start getting Tem and Ilya and all of the rest of their territory. At this point, I would say, conservatively, I'm at least, I don't know, a fifth of the galaxy, if not more.
Our construction is complete.
Which is pretty good, pretty good.
We have assimilated knowledge.
Assimilated knowledge, alright. My primary fleet is going to help to capture some territory as
Our
well.
construction is complete.
My first fleet, I should say.
Construction is complete.
Alright, so Chort's done. Let's add some more gun batteries and... Ooh. Gun batteries and a targeting computer to it. Fadima looks... Oh, this is a new world. Fadima Secundus. We definitely want the generator district, so I'm actually going to queue up 3 of them. That is going to be a good world to have be a generator world.
Technology conceived.
Oh, they have a little bit of a fleet at
Our
Ilya.
construction is complete.
Let's see. Food processing centers wouldn't be terrible. Sure. Maybe Secrets of Life. Get more societal research out of our
Our
researchers.
special project is complete.
Now, we got that submerged special project done at Brianna for some sort of science. What was that? It was partial insight to a future science. So once we're currently done with whatever that was, we'll find it eventually. So I guess what I'm trying to say. Turning off detail map modes. So you are going to go mine there. And I'm going to start surveying with my science ship. The systems that I do not have surveys on. Okay, Ilya, we're going to get rid of that starport. And we're just about ready to capture the remainder of their territory, snuffing out the Valdari once and for all. But, alas, I am out of time. So, if you have any feedback or tips or tricks or ideas or questions or anything of that nature for me, drop me a line. I hope you like the pace of this series. If you want me to explain something more or you want me to slow down during something, let me know. So the reason why I watch some of my fleet battles is someone requested it. That's all it takes. And once again, I'll catch you next time. Adios, everybody.